Candle burns low on the table. Your shadow still lives in the flame. I pour myself something to hold on to and softly repeat your last name. The night wraps around like a blanket, too warm and too heavy to leave. Crimson glass, crimson glass. Fill me up till I forget every laugh, every word, every beautiful thing I regret. Crimson glass, hold me here in the glow of this elegant ache. One more pour, one more pour for the love I can't let go or shake. The bartender knows not to ask me. He sets down another and smiles. Some nights are made just for sitting and mourning in comfortable style. I think of the last time you touched me, how final and tender it felt. Crimson glass, crimson glass. Fill me up till I forget every sigh, every glance, every moment I haven't left yet. Crimson glass, hold me here in the warmth of this beautiful lake. One more pour, one more pour for the love I still carry and shake. Jazz plays on soft in the corner, a trumpet that sounds like a sigh. I lift up my glass to the ceiling and toast to the way love can die. But dying so slow has its sweetness, like autumn before the first snow. Crimson glass, crimson glass. Hold me steady, let me stay in this light, in this warmth, in the beautiful end of the day. Crimson glass, pour again. Let this feeling burn golden and true. One more glass, just one more, and I'll finally say I'm through. Maybe by dawn I'll stop looking for something you left in this chair. Or maybe I'll pour one more slowly and pretend you are still sitting there. It's not sadness, not really. It's something more golden and strange, the last warmth of something worth keeping before everything silently changed. Crimson glass, crimson glass. One last pour, let me stay in the hush, in the glow, in the beautiful end of the day. Crimson glass. say my good night. Crimson glass, one more pour, good night. You lean a little closer now. The music fills the space between. I trace the rim of my glass and smile at everything you seem to mean. The night has no intention of ending, and neither, I think, do we. Whisper of wine on your lips, whisper of what we could be. All of this soft golden evening is humming your name back to me. Pour a little slower, darling. Let the night run deep and long. Whisper of wine, whisper of wine, or spill at the start of our song. The candles are doing their best work. The music is low and divine. I think of nothing important, just you and this glass of red wine. Some nights were made for this only, for staying and saying your name. Whisper of wine on your lips, whisper of something brand new. All of this warm golden evening is slowly turning its colors for you. Pour a little slower, darling. Let this night go on and on. Whisper of wine, whisper of wine, a feeling that won't be gone. I could list all the things I've been wanting, but right now the list just says you. There's something about this slow music that makes all the soft edges true. Maybe the wine is just talking, but honey, I think that it's right. Whisper of wine on your lips, whisper of yes and of stay. give to not have you go away. Pour a little slower, darling, like you've got nowhere to be. Whisper of wine, whisper of wine, and you whispering only to me. Last call is still hours and hours, and even then we might not go. There's something we haven't said clearly, and something the night needs to know. We don't need the words, we've been saying it slow, in the tilt of a glass, in the soft afterglow, in the whisper of wine. There's a world we both know. Whisper of wine on your lips, whisper of stay through the night. All of this soft golden evening was somehow exactly and perfectly right. Pour a little slower, darling, we're not quite ready to leave. Whisper of wine, whisper of wine, and everything I want to believe. Whisper of wine, just you and me. The room is getting darker now. The last wax slowly falls. I've been sitting here for hours, watching shadows on the walls. There's a kind of peace in staying when you have nowhere left to go. Last candlelight burning still, holding on a little while. Everything I meant to say stays here in this soft pale fire. Last candlelight, don't go yet. There is no one waiting home, just us here in the flickering last candlelight, and I'm alone. I had a drink and then another. Now the bottle's nearly done. I watched the whole night pass me slowly. Now there's only me and one. Some endings happen gently, like a flame that fades, not breaks. The last candlelight burning still, carrying the weight of things. All the words let the darkness wait outside. Everything I couldn't tell you, melting in your amber light. I think I loved the wrong things longer than I ever should have stayed. But this last light keeps forgiving me for every choice I never made. The wax knows how to finish, clean and warm and without noise. Last candlelight, there you are, burning through the quiet grief. In your glow I find the softness I could never find in sleep. Last candlelight, slow and low, stay until you cannot stay. I will keep you burning gently till the darkness takes the day. One more breath and then it's over. One more flicker, one more glow. I will watch you till the ending, in the only way I know. It was never really sadness, it was something more like grace. The way a fire holds you gently before it finally leaves the place. Last candlelight, last candlelight, thank you for the time you gave. Everything felt just a little more worth holding, more than brave. Last candlelight, say goodnight, I'll be fine when morning comes. You've been beautiful and patient. Last candlelight, we are done. Burning low. Good night. The bar is nearly empty, but I haven't moved all night. Something in the music has been keeping me just right. A trumpet hums a secret that the darkness already knew. Velvet midnight, hold me still, wrap me in your low and slow. Everything is barely moving, everything is how I go. Velvet midnight, soft and full, pour the dark across the floor. I don't need the morning, I just need a little more. The bartender is dreaming behind his half-closed eyes. The whole world is asleep now except for you and midnight's lies. Some hours are for finding what the daylight never shows. Velvet midnight, hold me still in this smoky blue-lit room. Every note is barely audible, every song ends far too rendezvous soon. Velvet midnight, dark and warm, let me rest inside your arms. I don't need the morning, I just need your velvet charms. The piano hits a minor chord that sounds exactly like a sigh. I lean back in my chair and wonder how hours turn to goodbyes. But not yet, not this moment. Let the music have its way. Velvet midnight, hold me here in this dim and smoky glow. Somewhere in the music's heartbeat, there's a place I want to go. Velvet midnight, stay a while, stay until the candles dim. I don't need the morning, just this velvet, just this hymn. What is it about midnight that feels heavier than grief, and lighter than a memory, and warmer than relief? Velvet midnight, last call now, I'll hold on for just one beat. In this smoky golden darkness, everything feels bittersweet. Velvet midnight till we meet in some other late night bar. I don't need the morning, I just need you where you are. Velvet midnight, just a little longer. I ordered something dark and quiet and let the wet city pass. There's a kind of comfort watching what you cannot be a part of. Rainy window seat, rainy night, everything outside is running. I am staying perfectly still while the whole wet world keeps coming. Rainy window seat, glass in hand, watching strangers hurry past. There's a story in every raindrop and in everyone that's last. A couple shares an umbrella at the corner of the street. She says something, he laughs gently, and I press back in my seat. The jazz plays something fitting, a minor key that understands. Rainy window seat, rainy night, everything outside is soaking. I am dry and warm and wondering about the heart that's always open. Rainy window seat, pour again, let the city blur and sway. There's a kind of peace in watching what the rain has washed away. I don't miss it, not exactly, but I notice that it's gone. Like the way this city carries everything and still moves on. The music shifts to something slower, like it's letting something breathe. Rainy window seat, rainy night, there's a beauty in the gray. Something in the rain is saying that it's okay, that it's okay. Rainy window seat, close your eyes, feel the glass against your cheek. Everything you've carried with you, take a breath and let it keep. The rain is starting to ease now. The puddles catch the street lamp light. I think I'll have one more slowly, then find my way into the night. I came here carrying something I can't quite give a name, but in the rain and in the music, it quietly became. Rainy window seat, last call now, one more glass against the chill. Something lifted that I carried, and the night is mostly still. Rainy window seat, time to go, leave a tip and leave a smile. I came here carrying something heavy, stayed a necessary while. Rainy window seat, thank you for the rain. Good night. Good night. Good night. You've been standing at the bar a while. I've been watching from my chair. There's a kind of electricity that hangs between us in the air. Some things don't need an introduction. Some fires start before the match. Slow burn, slow burn. You don't need to hurry this. Some of the best things take forever, like a song or a waiting kiss. Slow burn, slow burn. Let it simmer, let it grow. I'll be here when you're ready, moving easy, taking slow. Sit down and say nothing useful, just your name and one good smile. And suddenly the night has more room than it's had in quite a while. The music seems to understand us. It plays something warm and low. Slow something neither one is showing. Slow burn, let it breathe between the notes. I'll be listening to everything in the space between our throats. We talk about the usual things, but really we're saying more. The night leans in a little closer than a night has leaned before. There's a luxury in patience when the outcome's already known. Slow burn, turn the music way down low. This is how I've always wanted something beautiful to grow. Slow burn, in the half light of this bar. Let me take my time with you, like a slow and steady star. Last song of the night is playing, and we haven't made a move, but everything's already started in the only way we choose. It's not the beginning, it's already halfway in. When you slow burn with someone, that's just how it's always been. Slow burn, slow burn. Now the lights are going low. We've been burning toward this slowly, more than either of us know. Slow burn, no more reason left to wait. Some of the best things take forever, and we've been forever great. Slow burn, take your time, take mine too. Was almost over when I ordered one more round. Something about this evening didn't want to come back down. The music's still going gently, and I'm in no state to leave. One more glass, one more song, one more reason to stay on. The night has treated me so well, I'm not ready to be gone. One more glass, one more laugh, in the glow of a room this kind. One more glass for no reason, just because I don't mind. The couple at the next table are slow dancing near their chairs, and something about their easy joy is more than I can bear to share. Not with sadness, no more sweetness, like something good is in the air. One more glass, one more song, let the night go soft and long. I am happy in a quiet way, like a note that still belongs. One more glass, one more time, in the warmth of the room like this. One more glass, one more moment before a night like this is missed. The bartender is telling stories to someone who believes him well. And all of us are in our own worlds, with our own small things to tell. What a beautiful thing it is to have a place like this to be. One more blast, one more song, something easy, something true. I don't need anything complicated when the simple things will do. One more glass, pour it slow in the light of a room this warm. One more glass, one more evening before I walk back out to the store. Ice melts in my glass now. The music plays its final chord. I sit a moment in the quiet before I head back out the door. It was nothing and everything, a night of simple grace. Just a glass, just a song, just a table, just a warm song. That was more than I expected. One more night, one more memory of a room that felt protected. One more glass, thank you kindly for the warmth you always bring. One more glass, one more good night for a very good evening. Just one more. Thank you. Good night. Don't need to say anything. I can read it in the way you breathe. The night has been speaking for both of us. In the gaps between the leaves, some languages live without words. In the still air between two hearts. This is us, needing nothing but the quiet. Everything we're saying clearly leaves in this soft moment of riot. Tender silence, hold it still. Let the music say the rest. In your tender, gentle silence is where I feel the most at rest. The candle between us is faithful. It doesn't ask us to speak. It just gives its light for nothing. And we take what we need. The piano agrees with us. It plays something soft and unspoken. Tender silence, just us two. Underneath the hum of strings, in the space where words run out, is where the real belonging rings. Tender silence, warm and full. Nothing broken, nothing missed. In your tender, gentle silence, I feel more than any kiss. used to fill every quiet with the sound of something loud, but now I know that silence is the most that love's allowed. Because when two people sit still together, nothing more is needed than this. Tender silence, here we are, in the softest kind of love. Everything is slow and golden, everything is quite enough. Tender silence, don't move yet, let the night be long and wide. In your tender, gentle silence, I have nothing left to hide. Makes a sound or makes a move. We are two slow notes together, finding one unhurried groove. This is what the love songs mean, when they talk about the deep. Not the fire, but the quiet. Not the waking, but the sleep. Tender silence, stay with me through the last notes of the night. In this beautiful, full quiet, everything is just about right. Tender silence, hold me still. Let the morning be a while. In your tender, gentle silence, I remember how to smile.
Took my drink outside a moment to look up at the July sky. The bar kept playing through the window and the night kept catching my eye. There's a whole other world out here that the indoor light can't touch. Cigarette smoke and stars, city glow on the rooftop bar. All the things you carry outside, it looks so small from so far. Cigarette smoke and stars, I could stay here all night long, in the space between the city and whatever else belongs. Someone's laughing 3 floors up, someone's crying on the phone, and the city goes on doing what it always does alone. But up here in the open, something settles in the chest. Cigarette smoke and stars, cool air after all that heat. There's a freedom in the rooftop where the world and the quiet meet. Cigarette smoke and stars and the music drifting up. Everything I've been holding tightly, maybe I could let it up. I haven't smoked in 7 years, but I understand it now. The ritual of slow and breathing and not knowing quite the how. Sometimes we need the pause, the small deliberate break. Cigarette smoke and stars, I'm breathing something in. Not the smoke, just the surrender of this city's restless spin. Cigarette smoke and stars, there's a jazz club in my chest, playing something melancholic, and I'm giving it my best. I'll go back inside in a moment, back to the warmth and the bass, but I'll carry a little rooftop to the rest of this beautiful place. Some things you only understand when you're standing in the air, when the music finds you outside and the stars are right up there. Cigarette smoke and stars, I am ready to go back in, back to the low lights and piano and whatever waits for me within. Cigarette smoke and stars, thank you for this break, this breath in the space between the living. There's a little taste of death. Cigarette smoke and stars, going back in now. The music's still playing. We've been ending this for hours, but neither one will say the word. Every almost goodbye spoken goes unfinished and unheard, because the getting up and leaving is the hardest thing we've done. The long goodbye, the long goodbye. We've been here since the start of something that was always ending, but we couldn't bear to part. The long goodbye. Stay a minute, stay another, then one more. This is how we've always loved each other, standing at the door. One last drink and then we'll mean it. One last song and then we'll go. But the last song keeps on going, and the night says not yet no. I think we both know what's happening. We've just agreed to take our time. The long goodbye, the long goodbye. In the soft light of this bar, we are saying something slowly that will echo
this moment. Every goodbye needs a song. I will think about this evening when I think of things worth keeping, like a perfect minor chord that's still going, always repeating. The kind of goodbye that teaches you how much you love the hello. The long goodbye, the long goodbye. Let the music carry us to the doorway and beyond it, without making any fuss. The long goodbye, walk me slowly. Let the night give one last thing. Every ending worth remembering has a long goodbye to sing. At the door we pause a moment, like a breath before a fall. Then you're gone into the evening, and I'm standing in the hall. Goodbyes like this don't leave you empty, they leave you full of something rare, like the proof that something mattered in the space you used to share. The long goodbye, the long goodbye. There you go and here I stay, in the sweet residue of something that was beautiful today. The long goodbye, the long goodbye. What a gift to love this long. What a gift to have an ending that deserves its very own song. The long goodbye. Good night. Good night. You move like silk across the room and landing in my glass. I said something half convincing and you answered like the jazz. The night gave us permission, the music gave the rest. Silk and shadow, you and I, moving low in the half-lit bar. Every conversation's a tango, every glance is a shooting star. Silk and shadow, take your time, we're in no kind of hurry here. In the silk and in the shadow, everything is soft and clear. The saxophone gives something to us that the words can't quite provide. And in the space between the measures, there is nowhere left to hide. The candles make you beautiful, but you already were. Silk and shadow, here we are, in the best part of the night. Something moving in the music, something moving toward the light. Silk and shadow, slow and close in the amber of this bar. Everything is just becoming what I hoped it always was. You say something that means nothing, and it means the world to me. There are languages invented just for moments just like these. The music makes a statement that we both agree is true. Silk and shadow leaning close, let the music hold the silence. In the silk and in the shadow, everything moves without violence. Silk and shadow, smooth and deep, in the warmth of what we're making. Something fragile, something lovely, and it's ours for the taking. Last song of the night is starting, and I wanna stay forever in this perfect in-between where the silk and shadow gather. Some moments are their own reward, not going anywhere at all. Just the silk, just the shadow, just before the curtain calls. Silk and shadow, last dance now. Let me hold this just a moment. In the silk and in the shadow, there is nothing I can own yet. Silk and shadow, say goodnight in the only way worth saying. In the silk, in the shadow, in the night, in the last note still playing. Silk and shadow, good night, good night. The glass is half empty, or maybe just half. I've been doing philosophy on the second and a half. There's a kind of sad math in the way good things disappear. Half empty, half full, however you wanna call it. Something that was whole and beautiful, and now we're close to all of it. Half empty, half full, I can see the bottom through everything I started with. I'm finishing without you. The piano seems to know this. It plays something true and spare, a melody for empty things, for tables set for two but bare. There's no drama in this feeling, just a quiet taking stock. Half empty, half full, draw your own conclusion. What we shared was something real, not some beautiful illusion. Half empty, half full, I'm sitting with what's left. Not the grief exactly, more the texture of the rest. I tip the glass and watch it, the way the last of something moves. There's a beauty in the bottom, in the evidence of you. Something was here and was consumed. That's worth something. That's enough. Half empty, half full. Everything that loves gets less. The only way to keep it whole is to love it with more grace. Half empty, half full. I am finishing this glass and ordering another, because the best things rarely last. Take the glass away now, I'll have nothing left to hold except the warmth inside me and the music as it folds. Half empty teaches patience for the things that disappear. Half full teaches gratitude for the time that things were here. Half empty, half full. This is what I've learned tonight, in the company of a glass and jazz, in a room with good low light. Half empty, half full. Either way it's been enough. Either way the thing that matters is that something after 2 or 3 or maybe 4, I'm starting to work it out. The answers aren't in the bottle, but the questions come out clear. Pour me another, let me think. Let the music help me figure. Everything I set aside today is getting just a little bigger. Pour me another, I'll be fine. I just need to sit a while. Pour me another, one more glass, and give me one of those kind smiles. The bartender has heard it all. You can tell by how he pours, without a judgment, without a hurry, just opens up more doors. He says nothing worth remembering, but somehow I feel heard. Pour me another, not just yet. Let me carry what I came with just a little longer. Just a moment, let me sit inside this frame with. Pour me another when I'm ready, when the music makes its turn. Pour me another, patient man, that's more than I deserve to learn. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da By the third glass things are softer, by the fourth the edges blur, by the fifth I have some answers, but I'm not completely sure. The beautiful thing about this place is nobody needs to know. Pour me another gentle soul with a kind pour, with a slow hand. I've been carrying a heavy thing, and you understand. Pour me another, raise the glass to whatever this is worth. Pour me another, bless the weight of everything on earth. It's not a problem, it's a ritual a person needs to have. A place that pours without conditions, and a playlist that helps you laugh. Everybody needs a room where the lights are always kind, where the music fills the cracks in the places you left behind. Pour me another last one now. I think I've found my answer. Everything is going to work out. Everything is gonna matter. Pour me another just to close a beautiful night of thinking. Pour me another, cheers to all the gorgeous, worthwhile sinking. Pour me another last one. Cheers.
Midnight rose, I'm writing this down so I don't forget the feeling of a simple, beautiful gesture when the heart was still revealing. Midnight rose, you were a message written in red and in bloom. Midnight rose, you changed the texture of this ordinary room. By the second day you're fading, but your meaning is still fresh. I'll carry you like an education in the art of tenderness. It's not about the flower, it's the thought that chose the thing. It's the midnight and the gesture and the beauty that it brings. Midnight rose, I'll keep the petals when there's nothing left to keep. Midnight rose, you were a kindness that went impossibly deep. Thank you for the small and perfect. Thank you for the unasked for grace. Midnight rose, you left me softer than before you came to this place. Still here in the morning, still beautiful. The night has been too full of noise, too full of wanting things. Let me pour a quiet hour and hear what silence brings. The piano plays a lullaby, too slow for anything but rest. Hush now, let it all go, let the evening do its work. Never meant to hurt. Hush now, soft and low, let the music hold you right. Everything is gonna find you in the morning's better light. You've been good to everybody else, now be good to you. Pour a glass of something gentle, do the thing you always knew. That sometimes being nothing is the bravest thing to be. Hush now, let it breathe, you don't have to figure it out. Everything that needed an answer is already waiting for its doubt. Hush now, here you are in the softness of this room. Everything is being handled, nothing needs to happen soon. There's a kind of music made for this, the low and steady kind that reaches past the thinking into something more behind. Like the sound of being told that you can stop being afraid. Hush now, you're alright, you're inside a quiet room. And the night is being gentle, and the music's making room. Hush now, no more words, no more needing to explain. Everything is just this
this evening out before you close your eyes. Sit here for one more moment in this room of no goodbyes. Some nights are medicine, not the kind you take but feel. The slow dissolve of jazz and darkness makes the brittle parts turn real. Hush now, let the rest come, let the quiet do its best. You have been so many things today, now be nothing, let it rest. Hush now, there you go, into the soft and finished night. Hush now, I'll be here, and everything will be alright. Hush now, there you go. Hush now. There's a room I always come back to when the week has had its fill. A room that smells like warmth and cedar, where the music plays and spills. It doesn't ask for anything, just your code and your time. Amber light, this is where I always land. Everything they said would break me still fits inside your amber hand. Amber light, amber room, pour the warmth along the bar. This is home without the pressure. This is close but not too far. The faces here have been here longer than their reasons for arrival, and somehow that makes everyone a little more gentle with survival. This is how a room becomes a place that you carry everywhere you go. Amber light, something honest in the glow. Everyone here is a little tired, but nobody has to show. Amber light, generous room, fill the glass and fill the night. We all came from somewhere darker, and we all found this amber light. I ordered what I always order, said hello to a few friends, and settled into the particular peace that this particular place lends. Not happiness exactly, but something better in a way. Amber light, this is how I end my days. Not with answers, not with knowing, just the amber and the haze. Amber light, tender room, I believe in what you give. Nothing solves itself in here, but there's more room here to live. One day I'll look back on these evenings as the years I got it right. Not because I figured something, just because I chose light. There's a reason that we come here, not for answers, not for wine, but for something harder to explain, like the good kind of alive. Amber light, amber light. Thank you for the years you've given. Thank you for the warm consistency of a room worth always being in. Amber light, amber light. Pour one last and let me breathe. You have been a kind of saving, and I never want to leave. Amber light. Thank you. See you next week. I've been here since the early hours, and the room is almost still. The last song finished 20 minutes, but nobody tried to fill. There is a grace in being last and bearing witness to the close. Almost on, almost done. Barely anything remaining. The whole bar breathed and let go slowly, and the night is done complaining. Almost dawn, soft and quiet, like a dream that held on long. Everything is almost morning. Everything is almost gone. The bartender is closing slowly, stacking chairs in gentle rows. And I am grateful for the patience of a place that lets you go, but not yet, not quite yet. One more moment in the dark. Almost dawn, hold it still. Let me have one final second in the space between the nighttime and the morning light that beckoned. Almost dawn, soft and gray, like the last page of a book. Let me read this last line slowly. Let me take one final look. There's a color that happens exactly between
the dark and the blue. I've been trying to name it for years. I think I'll just call it you. Some beautiful things have no word, they only have a feeling. Almost dawn, color unknown, beautiful and hard to name. Everything that night protected, morning slowly starts to claim. Almost dawn, there it comes, the first gray edge of light. Thank you for the dark and quiet. Thank you for the gift of night. I'll button up and find the exit. Let the cold air do its work. The city's waking up around me, and I carry what the night earned. There is nothing like the almost before the certain arrives. The almost dawn, the almost morning are the most alive. Almost dawn, here it is, the last breath of everything. The bar, the night, the music, all of it, a beautiful and final thing. Almost dawn, hello morning, say goodbye to everything dark. I'll be back when the sun goes down again, and the music finds its heart. Almost dawn, almost. Here it comes. They say music is the silence between one note and the next. I have been living in that silence, every pause, every rest. The space between the measures is where I feel the most like me. Between the notes, that's where I live. In the pause before the next thing starts. Between the notes, that's where I breathe. Between the notes, that's where my heart finds the room it needs for nothing, finds the quiet it needs for all. Between the notes, between the silence, before the next beautiful fall.
between words more than the words themselves instead. The rest between the phrases is where the meaning really lives. Between the notes, that's where you were. In the pause between each thing you'd say. Between the notes, that's where I heard you. In the spaces in the way you would stop and let the quiet hold the thing you meant to tell. Between the notes, between the silence is where I knew you so well. The piano holds a long tone, then it lets the whole thing rest. And in the silence of that letting, I find what I like best. Some things can only be received in the absence of all other sound. Between the notes, there's a whole world that the playing never quite reveals. Between the notes, in the breathing, is where music finally feels like a conversation with someone who knows when not to speak. Between the notes, between the silence, is the thing I've always meant to see. As the year I learned to love the rest, the pause, the hold, the breath between things, that's where I gave my best. Don't fill every silence, some of them are holding something. Don't answer every question, some of them are made for nothing. Some of them are made for breathing. Between the notes is all the music that music never knew. Between the notes, I'll leave this here in the pause at the end of the night. Between the notes, there's room for something that I'll carry in the light. In the silence after music, in the rest before the next. Between the notes, between the heartbeats, in the breathing and the blessed. Between the notes, just listen, just breathe. Last couple left the floor now, but the music hasn't stopped. I pushed back my chair a little and refused to let it drop. There is no shame in this, no apology required. Slow dance alone, slow dance alone, no partner needed for this kind. Slow dance alone, slow dance alone, with the music and your mind. There's a freedom in the solo, in the arms that hold yourself. Slow dance alone, slow dance alone, the best kind of something else. I swayed a little in my seat, then I stood up in the space. The bartender pretended not to notice with the kindest kind of grace. Some things are better witnessed without the watching being made. Slow dance alone, slow dance alone, hands up or at my side. Slow dance alone, slow dance alone, nothing in me left to hide.
There's a beauty in the solo, in the steps you make your own. Slow dance alone, slow dance alone is a kind of coming home. I thought about the people I've shared floors like this before, and loved them in the movement, all the good and all the more, and thought that all of that was training for the dancing I could do. Slow dance alone, slow dance alone with all the love I've gathered. Slow dance alone, slow dance alone with everything that matters, with the ghost of every partner in the circle of my arms. Slow dance alone, slow dance alone, carrying all their charms. The music will be over soon and I'll go back to sitting, but something changed in the standing up, something more than fitting. To love yourself enough to move when the music calls you out is the bravest thing a body does, without any doubt. Slow dance alone, slow dance alone, I'm the last one on the floor. Slow dance alone, slow dance alone, I couldn't ask for more. Thank you to the music for the invitation out. Slow dance alone is what joy is all about. Slow dance alone, keep going, the music's still playing. I know this song by heart now. I've heard it 1,000 times, in different bars in different cities, in different states of mind. But every time it finds me, it means something new again. Bittersweet refrain, bittersweet refrain, playing like a thing I used to know. Bittersweet refrain, bittersweet refrain, everything that had to go returns inside a melody that never fully leaves. Bittersweet refrain, bittersweet refrains I grieve. Heard this when I was happy, when everything was real, and now I'm hearing it in places where I'm learning how to feel. The song stays the same, but I'm always somewhere new. Bittersweet refrain, bittersweet refrain,
You hold the years I've left behind. Bittersweet refrain, bittersweet refrain. A timeline late in minor time. You carry all the rooms I've been in, all the faces at the bar. Bittersweet refrain, bittersweet refrain. You know exactly where we are. The beauty of a returning song is in what it catches fresh. Every version of yourself that hears it is a different someone dressed in the same old love and longing, just a different year. Bittersweet refrain, bittersweet refrain. Hold her every time you play. Bittersweet refrain, bittersweet refrain. I'm not who I was that day, but the song is still the same song, and my heart still knows the words. Bittersweet refrain, bittersweet refrain. Still the most beautiful I've heard. Someday I'll hear this old song when I'm old enough to cry, and think about the time I sat here in a bar looking at the sky. And I'll say that I was fortunate to have something hurt this well, to have a song that held the pieces of a story worth to tell. Bittersweet refrain, bittersweet refrain. Thank you for the ache you bring. Bittersweet refrain, bittersweet refrain. Thank you for the way you sing of everything that mattered enough to leave a mark and leave a song. Bittersweet refrain, bittersweet refrain. I'm glad I've known you all along. Play it again, one more time. There are two things I'm sure of in the hour before midnight: the wine in my glass and the way that you look in this particular light. Some things are simple, even when nothing else is. The wine and you, the wine and you. This is all I need tonight. The wine and you, close and easy, in the warmest kind of light. I don't need the complications, I don't need a bigger plan. Just the wine and you beside me, just the wine and you at hand. You're talking about something small, I'm pretending to care, but really I'm just watching the way you push the hair back from your face. What is it about the ordinary that makes the evening complete? The wine and you, the wine and you, in the ordinary beautiful, the wine and you. Nothing more is ever needful. When the light is good and golden, when the music finds its pace, just the wine and you beside me, there is nothing better placed. I'll remember this as simple, just a night we stayed too long. And I'll be grateful for the nothing and the warmth and the jazz song. The best things never make the stories, but they build the better life. The wine and you, the wine and you, this is what I'm keeping. The wine and you, the easy hours, the soft and undispensed evening. No one needs to know the quiet joys that don't make any fuss. Just the wine and you beside me, and the comfortable us. Last call is coming slowly. We're both quiet in the best way. And I'm making notes of nothing, just the nothing of today. When they ask me what I'm grateful for, I'll say the unremarkable things. The wine, the you, the jazz in the background, the small and quiet ordinary evenings. The wine and you, the wine and you, I could not have asked for more. The wine and you, just this evening, that's what evenings are for. When the last song of the night plays, when the lights go soft and kind, just the wine and you beside me, just the very best of time. The wine and you, that's it. That's everything. It starts like all the others, with a drink and a good song. But somewhere in the third hour, I feel it coming on. Not sadness, not exactly, but a blue that understands. Fading blue, fading blue, soft and slow across the room. There's a color in the evening that arrives before the gloom. Fading blue, beautiful in the way that aching is. Fading blue, stay a while, you are part of all of this.
music knows about you, it drops into a lower place, and everyone around me gets a far away on their face. We are all blue a little in the bar at the end of things. Fading blue, fading blue. Is it mine or is it ours? Everything that fills up slowly in the last of these late hours. Fading blue, honest thing in the dim of the music in the night. Fading blue, you are honest in a beautiful particular right. I've been running from this color for as long as I can name, but tonight I let it settle, and it wasn't quite the same. It's not loss, it's more like longing for what never quite arrived. Fading blue, there you are, in the gap between the one and the half. Fading blue, honest color, let me hold you, let me have all the ache of almost beauty, all the almost something grace. Fading blue, you are teaching how to want and leave a space. By the last song of the evening, the blue has turned to gray, and something in me rested in the most particular way. Let the blue come when it comes now. It was never meant to stay. It was only meant to soften everything that needs the gray. Fading blue, fading blue, I am not afraid of you. Fading blue, fading blue, you are part of what is true in the music and the darkness in the end of every night. Fading blue, you're honest, and I'm learning that you're right. Fading blue, fading, gone. This is the hour the city becomes something almost worth forgiving, when the traffic thins and the light goes warm and the air gets good for living. I could stay in this hour forever, if an hour would ever allow. Quiet hours, quiet hours, when the noise forgets itself. Quiet hours, when you climb back off the shelf and remember you're a person, not a schedule, not a task. Quiet hours are the answer to a question no one asks. Do-do-do. The bar has only three of us, and the music holds the room, and the world outside has finally found
its less dramatic tune. There's a luxury in late nights that the morning never gives. Quiet hours, when the city learns to breathe. Quiet hours, when you finally can believe that you don't have to be performing every hour of every day. Quiet hours, give it all a place to stay. I came here worn and hungry, not for food but for the still, and I found it in the music and the amber and the chill. Some things can only be discovered when you're willing to go slow. Quiet hours, this is where the real things live. Quiet hours, in the hours that only give, without asking for a return trip, without needing you to explain. Quiet hours are the harbor in the middle of the strain. Last sip of last glass coming and the music's winding down, but I'll carry what the quiet hours gave me back into the waking town. We need the loud to know the quiet, we need the day to know the night, we need the full to feel the empty, we need the wrong to know the right. Thank you for the gift of still. Quiet hours, you have been a kind of fill for the gaps that nothing covers, for the cracks that won't repair. Quiet hours, for the love that's always there. Quiet hours. This is it. This is it. A bartender's been giving looks, but I've been ignoring them well. There's a song that's always playing last, and it's one I need to tell. Not yet, not yet. The evening has one more thing to give. Last song standing, last one here in bar when everyone leaves. Last song standing, staying on for the note the music needs. There's a reason for the last song. It holds what the others couldn't keep. Last song standing, last song standing. This one goes more deep. The chairs are going up around me, slow and patient, one by one. And the jazz is in its final verses, almost done. The good things always have a last part. That's the only proof they were. Last song standing, hear it clearly in the quiet of the room. Last song standing, this is closing, this is cleaning up the bloom of a night that offered everything that a night of this kind can. Last song standing, one last measure, let it hold me where I am. I will tell someone tomorrow about the last song and the night, and they'll understand or not quite understand, and either way it'll be right. 'Cause some things are only for the moment, some things only live in time. Last song standing, here it is, the final chord, the final word. Last song standing, beautiful, the most beautiful thing I've heard. Not because the music's perfect, just because it's the last one left. Last song standing, last song breathing, every note a gift of breath. I'll stand and stretch and thank them for the room, for the care, the glass, and find my coat in the dim back corner and make it out at last. There is something about the last song that makes all the others true. Every song that came before it was just building to this view. Last song standing, last good night, walking out into the cold. Last song standing, there it goes, the last beautiful note is gold. In the street now, looking upward, still can hear it from outside. Last song standing, last song standing, what a beautiful last ride. Last song standing, going now, good now. Good night. The walk home takes longer tonight. I've been choosing the long way round. There's something in the air behind me, and the jazz club's fading sound. Some nights end so well, you want to slow the walking down. Till morning comes, I'll carry this, the warmth, the glass, the music low. Till morning comes, I'll hold the night against the things I need to know. Till morning comes, this is mine, the memory of a room that cared. Till morning comes are peaceful, empty in the way they only get at 3. And there's nobody watching, so I let myself be free to walk and think and carry all the beautiful that stay. Till morning comes, there's still the dark, and in the dark there's room to breathe. Till morning comes, just keep on walking into whatever good things we, into the hours before the daylight, into the quiet cool of night. Till morning comes, I'm still in the music, I'm still in the golden light. I think about the things worth keeping, not the objects but the hours. A good room, a good song, a good evening are what make the best of ours. And this one goes into the folder of nights I'll pull out when I need them. Till morning comes, I'll play it back, the whole unfolding start to end. Till morning comes, I'll remember every slow note, every friend, every bartender, every stranger, every chair and candle flame. Till morning comes, I carry this, and life is worth the game. I'm almost at my door now, the key is in my hand, and something like a gratitude is more than I can understand. What a thing it is to be alive and find a room that plays the jazz. What a thing to lose a whole good evening into something that it has. Till morning comes, I'm home now, setting down what I don't need. Till morning comes, just keep the feeling, let the rest go, let it breathe. Let the night dissolve to morning, let the music find its sleep. Till morning comes, and after that, this one